Do not post your referral codes in the comment section below, otherwise Canada will invade the United States. Hey guys, Jaybo785 here. We're going to talk to you a little bit about what I'm thinking of this new Castle in the Sky event and the rewards that go along with it. So, before we get into that, let's just go ahead and go over the basics. House of Gods is our order. Jaybo785 is my username. If you have any questions or comments, please post them in the comment section below. New player, please use my referral code RUM26800 for gets you free rare card and does the same for me. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on. The big card, as you guys probably already know, and spoiler alert, is Phantom Leaf Lupin, okay? So if you collect all the treasure sets of the first one and then the treasure set plus, this is the SR card that you get at Wave 100, okay? And, you know, it's decent. And I'll go ahead and do the comparison for you guys on that, okay? So, taking a look at it, its effect is Big Boost to Attack All. So it has a similar Elaine effect, okay? Its stats for a 4-7 is 15,500, or for an 8-15 is 16,100. So it's decent. It's not huge. It's not small. The 4-7 is a little bit weak. The 8-15 is finally competitive for somebody's deck, especially if you put it in that first card slot. It could be pretty useful. Boosting itself with that 10% boost, it then goes up to 17,700. So it's okay, you know. Being an SSR at that final level status, you know, you can pretty much rule it out leveling up this card's skill at all. I mean, unless you're using treasure HRs, which is going to cost you 20 bucks per chance pretty much, or even rares at 1 HP per or 2 HP per with the inflation rate that's been going on, you're still looking at 10, 20 HP per that. So, kind of ridiculous, okay? Plus, looking at the 8-15, which is what I would recommend if you were actually going to keep something like this in your deck for a while, they're running like 15 HP per, which is pretty cheap. That's still going to cost you, let's just whip out the calculator here, 15 times 8, 120 HP, okay? So it's still going to cost you quite a bit of rubies, feeder cards, and so on and so forth. Now let's take a look at the Claymore Maid, okay, which I'm sure that you've seen everybody's running this damn thing. From what I've seen, an 8-15 level 10 one of these is going for about 800. Or, I'm sorry, an 8-15 level 10 one of these is going for about 420-ish HP. So 420 divided by 8, 52 per, okay? And a single base one of these is going for 45 to 55 HP per. So really you can get an 8-15 one of these, level 10, 400 HP, pretty cheap. Or even at a 4-7, okay, at 55 HP. So for 220 or 100 more HP is basically what you're looking at. The 4-7 is already a higher attack, okay? Also the 8-15, 18,000. If you're a man realm, it's a big boost to man attack, which means it's a 2.5% higher bonus to begin with. Plus, being level 10, if you can afford the extra 300 or 280 HP, it's them boosting 22.5% to all your man cards compared to just that 10% to all your cards in your deck. So which one should you choose? If you're short on HP, you know, and even at that 4-7, which would only cost you 60 HP compared to the 400, quite a bit cheaper, boost all the cards in the deck. So if you're needing something like this, and if you're using a multicultural deck, I'd say go for the Lupin, okay? It's extremely cheap. Everybody's got one. You could actually probably find an 8-15 one of these on the bazaar, or even a 4-6 one of these on the bazaar for a decent price. If you're a man deck, you definitely want to go for the Claymore Maid if you can afford it. It's simply a better card, and it's easier to get the skill level up, which something like this, which you probably keep in your deck for a while, the skill level is going to make a very big impact, especially when you get this thing skill level up to level 4, level 5, so you're looking at close to a 20% boost to all the man cards in your deck compared to just that, 10 or 11% boost that the Lupin would give you. Come on, exit out. Also, one of the other cards that has been shown in that you'll be getting are these little treasure cards, okay? So the plus for the gear sets and stuff like that. They're basically just essentially the same thing. Has the Tears of the Moon cards, except they're start off as HRs instead of just rares, and finish up at the SR rare status. So looking at their stats, they're actually just a tiny bit better than the rare cards. So I think 11,000 or something like that. Like the man card is like 11,700 for the attack, where this thing is basically 12,000, 13,000. So 1,000 more attack. Something like the Master Gunner is better already to begin with. So looking at their effects, medium hit the foe's man attack. This card is pretty goddamn crappy. I mean, you look at something like, a Master Witch or a Captain or any of those cards which have a much bigger defense, they're so much better for just a couple more HP. Plus, they're the same rarity, and looking at this SR card, it's a horrible, god-awful SR card, so that you won't even want to try to get the card's skill level up compared to the Tears of the Moon cards, which work with both attack and defense for whatever realm they're affecting. So simply put, these cards for just a couple thousand more attack are worse. They're essentially worthless. And one other thing that I wanted to address is this campaign, which is lasting 14 days, which is pretty long. The rewards really aren't that good. I mean, yeah, if you take the top 1,000, then yeah, the rewards are great, but to basically sum up what the chances of that are happening are slim to none. Like, let's see, 1 to 1,000, you get the SSR Wind God, which is amazing. 1 to 3,000, you get the Hecate or the Mystic Fairy, which those are both really good cards. Top 5,000, Mystic Fairy, which is a good card, and the Phantom Thief Lupin, which is okay. At least it's better than the Master Pop Star, which is essentially the same damn thing. 20 to 30,000 Legend card claim packs, tickets times 3, Cure Water 10. 10 to 20,000, which is where I'm hoping to begin to get to, and I'm nowhere close. Then it's, the Mystic Fairy, good HR card, good decent God HR card, and the Legend claim packs times 3, and then the Cure Water times 10. Now, like I've been saying, issue with this game is rampant cheating, especially for the top. I'm not going to even say top 10. I'd say top 3, because there's top 10 people, the 4th through 10th place. Those are probably legitimate players just spending a crap ton of money. But on the very first day, the guy that scored, I think, close to 100,000 points, basically averaged out to 450 high rare. So 450 times 250, which is how many points to get per, would be the amount of points he had. He had 112,500 points. Now, this number 1 player, their stamina is 1,000 stamina points, okay? They're level 220. Now, that's essentially everything going into stamina, always going into stamina. Now, you can't tell me that's somebody's secondary account that they made just to compete in events like this. Even so, if it's just a one person's account, and if they're just focusing on this event, and they're just spending a ton of Cure Water, the amount of time that has to be dedicated to this event, and to just feeding the fairy, those feeder cards, the time that it presses you to do that basically leaves no time to stop. And that's where I begin to question the authenticity of, is this player playing the game legitimately? And I think that's something that the Rage of Bahamut staff needs to take a look at. which is unfortunately what I've been saying for the last 3 or 4 events. Is it possible that they're playing legitimately? Yes. The chances are likely no. So, that's one thing that I think is kind of unfair to new players coming in this game that aren't familiar with this game, is they have no idea how hard it actually is to take the top so many thousands of places, which is one thing that I've kind of noticed with this event, is that the rewards are pretty crappy up to a very finite amount, which I'd say is the top 5,000. And to take the top 5,000, you've got to spend hundreds and hundreds of cure water total in this event to even top that place, which I guess if you're going for leveling up, that's fine if you already have the cure waters there, but it's not worth spending the money to get those items if you would have to buy it for real life money. One other thing that I've noticed, and I'm sorry, this sounds pretty pessimistic, but there are some things that I like about this event, I'll get to that, is they came out with the second stamp campaign today, which is exactly the same damn thing as the first campaign. Now, I know there's cards like Dark Angel Olivia for the Man and God version, which I really don't understand why they didn't put those cards out instead of the Legend Claim packs. I like the Legend Claim packs. I've never gotten crap from them, but I don't understand why they wouldn't put those cards out instead. I think that's not necessarily fair to the other realms, but whatever. The variety would have been nicer than the actual card, essentially, since you can't trade the damn thing until you get at least 4 of them, and even then the idea of can you actually trade that card is still pretty fuzzy. So, that's the negative things about the event. One of the things that I do like about the event, generally, I think it's just fun to play. I mean, it's one of those things, I like these type of events better than events that just use HP, because with my stamina being so high to begin with, I can use 1 cure water, get the experience, get the actual feeder cards, get the rares to level up my card's skill levels, so I feel like I'm getting a lot more out of it. I like the idea of raising the fairy as an order. The rewards that you get for that are kind of crappy. I think the best one, which you have to donate 100 rare cards at 100 points apiece to meet that 10,000 point requirement to get that final reward, which is 2 Legend Claim packs. Not really that great, but it's at least fun. It also helps keep your order growth rank up there, okay? So it helps keep your level up there. So I like that concept. I think that works pretty well as getting all your order members to work together, because if they don't, unlike Holy Wars, they don't get those points, okay? Which in Holy Wars, to reach that 5,000 minimum points, you can do that in one game and then never play another game. So I like that idea of you basically logging in every day to play with your order and to be more active. I like the banner, the order form banner that says, this person saying this. I think that's really nice and very useful, so you don't have to keep jumping back. I like the updates that says, this player is given this many cards of this type. I like that has the vice president of the order, because it keeps us knowing this person's actually contributing and this person deserves to be recognized. So those are some things I actually like about this event. Even the SR Lupin card, that's a pretty decent reward that everybody's getting as long as you're able to collect all those treasures. Collecting all those treasures, it might take you that full 14 days. It's kind of a pain in the ass to do, especially when you get that treasure stolen as soon as you get it. But that's another thing that I like about this order. So guys, I'm sorry this video is getting pretty long. I just wanted to touch all those bases and let everybody know. I still got my competition video going on, guys. It's only a 2-minute video. It's the one right before this. Be sure to click on that. Be sure to compete. Everybody's got a chance. So please do that. And it's a pretty good video. And if anything, even if you don't want to compete, take the time and read other people's comments, because there's some on there that absolutely made me laugh out loud. So guys, thanks a lot. This is Jaybo785 signing off. Remember, if you have any questions or concerns, please post them in the comment section below. And if you have an extra device laying around or a new player planning on joining, please use my referral code RUM26800. Thanks a lot, guys.